For 5 decades, Sparky Weilnau has been a steady, principled, and visionary leader in Ohio agriculture. A farmer whose roots run deep and whose impact reaches statewide, nationally, and even internationally. Sparky grew up farming with his dad and grandpa, but chose to pursue a career in mechanical engineering. After spending 3 years in Alaska, where he married his high school sweetheart Kathy, Sparky returned home, answering his father's call to try farming for just 1 year. That became 50. He grew his family's 705-acre farm into a 1,200-acre popcorn and grain operation, navigating the farming crisis of the 1980s and strengthening his business through education, innovation, and grit.
It was tough times for a lot of farmers, and since I was new in the business, and my dad and I farmed together, but I had a separate business from his. We shared equipment, shared labor. Yeah, it hit me pretty hard too, and so I had to get some education, and I did that through the Farm Business Planning and Analysis program that Ohio State had.
Upon returning to the farm, the Weilnaus struggled to find a way to till their land without causing erosion. Sparky transformed the operation by adopting conservation practices and mastering no-till, which would protect the Lake Erie watershed long before it was a common practice.
We learned how to manage the no-till, and now we're in a continuous rotation of no-till with cover crops, and we don't have erosion anymore. We don't have anything running off of our farm. And we think we're contributing to the recovery of Lake Erie and the Western Basin where our watershed is.
Beyond his own operation, Sparky became one of Ohio agriculture's most trusted leaders. From the Erie County Farm Bureau to the Ohio Farm Bureau Federation State Board, where he served as treasurer and vice president, Sparky shaped policy that strengthened farms across the state. His leadership extended nationally, including serving on American Farm Bureau committees, the U.S. Grains Council, representing Ohio at the World Trade Organization Ministerial in Hong Kong, and advocating for farmers in Washington, D.C.
Meeting with our U.S. senators was a real treat to be able to think that I would have the opportunity to influence their judgments, their decisions, their votes, on behalf of agriculture was a thrill for me, and I never tired of it. I really enjoyed those trips.
Sparky's commitment to service didn't stop at agriculture. He served as Erie County Commissioner, Milan Township Trustee, and on more than a dozen boards. His leadership in these roles helped preserve farmland, strengthen local institutions, and support future generations. Across decades, Sparky shaped agricultural policy. Some of the accomplishments he's most proud of are helping ensure popcorn would remain part of the Tier 1 program in a farm bill and advancing conservation practices that support the Great Lakes natural resources.
I would say all the policy development work that I did at the Farm Bureau had such a huge influence on the direction of agriculture, and so I realized how important the resources are and was always glad to be a part of the compact alliance of all the states and the provinces, the Great Lakes Compact, being a part of helping to guide Ohio Farm Bureau and Dr. Antosh to negotiate on our behalf, and then to help spur the beginnings of H2 Ohio that now helps promote all kinds of conservation practices on the farms around here, and I see it all the time with the people planting cover crops who never did. So those types of the things are that I'm the most proud of, yes.
Through every chapter of his life, farming, leadership, public service, Sparky has lived by the values he learned as a boy: honesty, trust, kindness, and listening.
One of the things that I learned early on in being a leader is that you need to listen to others and not to respond, but to hear what they had to say. And so that's important, but you also have to ask others for help. You know, I don't know everything. They don't know everything, but with our heads together, we can accomplish a lot. And so that's part of the experience that I learned wherever I went.
Today, we honor Sparky Weilnau, a farmer, a leader, and a man whose integrity has strengthened Ohio agriculture for generations. Please join us in congratulating Sparky Weilnau on his induction into the Ohio Agricultural Hall of Fame.